Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video I want to have a look at HYDRA. Now HYDRA is a layer 1 that we've covered before on the channel, and as you can see it's doing pretty rough. Now it is a pretty low cap altcoin. It's the lowest I think that we've covered on this channel. It's about 1,000. So it's doing pretty poor. I mean, I think at the start of this year it was around the 500 position, and then during the bull run it reached somewhere around 350, and now it's near the 1,000 mark. So we can see HYDRA has been suffering a lot relative to the crypto space, which is always quite worrying. We made a video here, I think it was just after this big drop on the 4th, I think it was, of August, the 4th or the 3rd anyway, and we basically speculated that we would see the price go down a lot more. Now surprisingly it hasn't gone down much further. I thought it would have gone lower, especially with the huge Bitcoin sell-off that happened on Thursday, and we can see that it really didn't take much of a price impact compared to what I'd been seeing previously. For me, HYDRA is becoming riskier and riskier each day because it keeps going lower and lower. And you know, at times when I thought these prices were a good buying point, you know, I'd be down, 50% on my investment, which I sort of am on my HYDRA anyway. I've kind of stayed well out of alts this cycle. I haven't really been buying any. If I have, it's been very small amounts. I've held a lot of Bitcoin and US dollar basically, but occasionally after big dips like this I'll go, oh well, this could be the FTX situation, where after the FTX collapse a lot of altcoins bottomed. Bitcoin bottomed so far anyway. So, whenever these big sell-offs come, I always think, oh, I might just pick up, a tiny little bit, throw 20, 30, 40 quid at it, just so that, I get it cheap. But then, of course, it keeps going down. So for me, at this point, I'm kind of wondering whether I should just wait for a significant rally before I even consider buying. Because, in my opinion, if I keep buying these dips, then ultimately I'm losing money. However, if I wait, it bottoms and we see a significant rally, I'd rather buy on that rally when it's at this price, and say if this is the bottom, I'd rather buy here than say here, 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 so on, so on, so on. Anyway, getting into the price, we can see beginning of this year, same sort of story with all these alts. We have a New Year rally where all alts seem to pump from Bitcoin, and then slowly fade for the rest of the year. HYDRA hasn't slowly faded, it's quickly faded. It sort of had its rally in June, and then actually bang on 1st of February, 2nd of February, it's been very downhill. You'd be doing good if you'd shorted this coin. We've broken through these levels before, and the yearly open, you can see, just decimated here. And it's followed this trend line down pretty much to a T. I know that's of course because it's just the diagonal, but it has basically just gone down 45 degrees ever since this peak. So basically since February. If we turn on our moving averages, we can see that HYDRA is well below its moving average Bollinger Band, and more or less has been since June. And it's sort of been pushing below. Now, for me, this is sort of bullish in a way, because for me it's like we only ever get serious long-term downward price movements like this when it's really bad, when times are really tough, and the altcoin market bottoms out when times are really tough. September is a significant time for the for the whole crypto market, to be honest with you. That's historically a pretty poor year, but it's also basically 2 years split in the middle from when the next peaks will be, roughly. From now, August time 2025, we'll probably be seeing all-time highs like we did with Bitcoin August 2 years ago. And if you believe in the 4-year cycle, this does sort of add up. So for me, it's like, well, maybe in these next few months we do bottom and we start to see some sort of a recovery as the Bitcoin halving starts making an effect on the market. We can see that, I think when we'll have another look. It'll be one of my videos when we analyze the Bitcoin halving. But we can see that about 8 months before the halving, prices tend to start moving up. But there is often a secondary scare as well. So whether that coincides with the halving, maybe we don't get a secondary scare, maybe we just go straight into a halving rally, I don't know. But I think, to be honest with you, the only hope of HYDRA ever performing well again is on the fact that we go into a bull run and it's not left behind, that it's not forgotten about. Now, I mean, to be honest with you, if you're still buying at these prices and, you know, say you spend 1,000 and you stake that, you're looking at 33% a year, roughly, give or take, and that fluctuates, goes up and down. You know, not that that's a bad choice, it's just if you're lucky enough or smart enough to have waited this long to buy now, or even later on, I could definitely see the price going lower. I mean, it just seems to be a series of tragedy for HYDRA, basically, this whole year. So yeah, not a great time. Again, I'm just I feel like we've talked so much about this coin, but there's not really too much to say. It's having a really rough time, and there's not much it can do to get itself out of that. This is how the whole altcoin market sort of goes during these years. And now, yeah, 2024, maybe we can start being a bit more hopeful. Maybe we can take our bear caps off, put on our bull caps, you know, call ourselves a bit more bullish. But again, you know, price drives the narrative. If HYDRA fades and never has a pump again, you know, that there's not a bull run isn't going to do much about that. You know, it'll just be one of those altcoins that fades into nothing. If it I think it will come back, but you know, you have to take a look at all angles here. If HYDRA does come back and has a revival, we could see good price movements. I mean, we're at 50 cent now, basically. If we go to half our all-time high, that is basically a 25x, isn't it? Is it? No, 50x. Sorry, excuse me. That's a 50x, which is stupid, really, if you think about it. If you're buying now. And again, that's what always sort of makes me want to buy these dips, because I'm like, well, if it goes back to its all-time high, that's still a 20x, you know, that's stupid money. Or if it goes back to its all-time high, that's still a 30x, or if it goes to half of it, it's a 20x. These sort of things in my brain where I'm like, I know I'm looking at a bargain here, but it's a game of chicken, because I'm like, how much of a good bargain do I want to get at the potential chance of missing out on a good bargain completely, you know? Again, it's up to you guys. But I think these charts at the moment say everything you need. I mean, I wouldn't even consider buying HYDRA now until it comes back at least above this Bollinger Band, because once it's below this Bollinger Band, it's going to keep going below that Bollinger Band until eventually we have some sort of buy up or some sort of reversion. But as you can see, like here, just since more or less here, this little peak where we got rejected, it's been, you know, pain, and it's down 75% from here where it was £2, which seemed like a long time ago. I remember looking at that at £2 and thinking, damn, I could buy a load up now. I could buy a load up. And I was lucky as well. I was thinking, nah, I'll wait. And I'm glad I did, because, you know, we're at a quarter of that now. And I do think we have more pain to go. Short-term analysis, definitely more pain. Again, it's following the lower Bollinger Band down. I wouldn't even look at HYDRA until it's made a significant break upwards like it does here, or look out for something like this, you know, where it bounces off the bottom Bollinger Band. Like a move like this, basically, would be sort of something I would look out for. And I think that'll happen in the next month or so, maybe. But that doesn't mean we can have a bounce and then just go back down again. Medium term, I think we will be seeing our lows for HYDRA soon. I think within the next 6-8 months, HYDRA will have put in its low for this cycle. Now, whether that's now and we spend the rest of the year at $1 or 80 cent, or whether it's in, you know, March next year and it's at 20 cent, I couldn't tell you. But but I honestly, I hope it's not too much lower, because I feel like if this price keeps going down, people are gonna be looking at their portfolios. These guys that have been in Hydra for a long time, like me, the guys that are staking, and they're gonna see that they're down 99.9% and be like, you know, fuck this, guys. Like, you know, just call my losses. I might as well withdraw the $10 that I can get from this Hydra compared to the, you know, 1,000 that I put in 2 years ago. I hope it doesn't come to that. I really hope it doesn't. But you just never know. You just never know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I think that's just going to about do it for this video. Just a quick update is what I wanted to do. If you guys like the video and if you enjoy the content, please feel free to subscribe. Helps so much. Helps with the channel so much. So much. And leave a comment down below what you think of Hydra. I'm worried for Hydra, short, medium term. But ultimately, long term, 2025, 2024 bull run sort of time, I think Hydra will do really well. Really well. I think. Well, I hope. Again, we've gone well below our sort of initial price, so yeah, just a little concerning right now, but hopefully it doesn't drop too much lower, because again, if it does, I think, you know, if it goes below 10 cent, I would be very, very worried about Hydra, extremely, and I wouldn't know if we'd see a recovery. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. Take care and peace.